Yes, good day everyone and welcome back to Mummy Guide Inc. This is actually day number 14. It's Sunday evening for me and probably for you, it would be probably Sunday morning or afternoon. So wherever you are in the world, good day to you all. Stash-tember, as you can see down below, is a series that I started this year since September 1st, where the intent is to go through our stash. If you have been somebody who has been going through crafting for so many years, you love this passion, or you have a passion for this, and you have gained a little bit of supply, so to speak, especially in terms of stamp, right? So originally it is Stash-tember, and Stash-tember is where a lot of our manufacturers and awesome stores and creatives and artists, the crafters, come up with new stamps in time for just the coming holiday season. But for this year, I just wanted to try and just not buy anything, but rather focus on the stash that I have. And to help you with that, I do have daily prompts for it. So for today is actually day number 14. And yes, that's not it. I will talk about that in a bit. All right, so it's mix and match today. All right, mix and match is actually a challenge or the prompt where you're supposed to combine two unused stamp sets together. All right, so normally in all of the prompts, it's something that you have not used, because it's a way for you to really go into your stash and intentionally use it. But maybe you have those that you've used maybe just once, right? And then that's it. That could actually also be another way to use up your stash, right? So we're day number 14. All right, so we're halfway through this Stash-tember series. Again, if you do want to join us, just put a hashtag Stash-tember or hashtag Stash-tember 2025. And I've been promising myself that I will do the list of all those who have joined since this week, but definitely since my Monday morning schedule has been moved up to next week, so I can finish everything I need to do in terms of my deliverables for you guys tomorrow morning. Right? So I will make a list, put it in the description, make a post on YouTube and all my socials where you can find these amazing crafters and creatives who have been joining us for Stash-tember, and hopefully you would check them out as well. Earliest in the chat is Linda. Good morning, and my dear friend Caroline is also up early, but I'm sure it is family day, so you probably must be going out in a little bit or preparing breakfast, right? So I thank you so much for dropping by and saying hi, my dear friends. Yes, hi Susan. Oh, where's Susan? All right, I failed to see Susan in the chat. It's not making me see Susan. Anyway, oh, there it is. All right, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Yes, actually, I got borrowed that good morning, good afternoon, good evening from our dear friend Susan. And of course, we have Wims. Happy Sunday to you as well, my dear. Day 13 and 14 for Wims. Ooh, awesome. Catching up. Absolutely. Hi, Caroline and Linda from Wims. Have you checked out Wims' takes on this Stash-tember? She is absolutely smashing each and every of these prompts. Okay, despite her very busy schedule and being a mom of a toddler, she is absolutely on this. All right, so what I'm going to be working with tonight, as usual, I do need your help. As most of the time, I do have. Actually, right now, you'll see right now, I'm still a little bit okay, but just wait a little bit more because the AC in my room just started to drip, and several of my books have been damaged by it. So Jose Luis is trying to dry them up. So it means that I need to actually have have it cleaned. All right. So, but before we move on to that, okay, I do have a new video. Okay, this is for Canvas Card Challenge 19, and this is the Crafty Krita Super Hop. Okay, super sponsor hop Okay, so I made use of some of the space themed foilables and foil art kits and design paper that they had sent over. And I hope that you would check that out if you missed it. Okay, because it was a little bit late. Somehow I realized that I've scheduled it for September 16. It's a good thing that somehow in the middle of the night, I woke up and I saw Delisa's post that it was actually not on the 16th but on the 13th. So that video came up pretty late, right? So I hope that you would consider going over that video again, okay? Because it went up pretty late. So I'm sure a lot of you have not seen it just yet. Okay, it's just about 8 minutes or so. You can even play it on 2x speed, right? But I promise you, it is really beautiful. And I did give a little bit of like 5 or 6 tips on foiling, okay? If in case you are new to foiling. All right. So, and we have Shanna still on her vacation. Good morning, Shanna. And yes, Shanna does have a new video up. So if you have not checked that out, please do so, right? So despite Shanna being on vacation, she has prepared for it and she does have videos upload every day. Yes. So everybody's saying hi to everyone. And I'm starting to feel the heat coming in, right? And of course, this is Night Apple K-pop, right? So this is my dear friend. Her channel is all about K-pop, specifically BTS, right? So if you are into that, please do check out my dear friend's channel. And we actually just finished our Bible study. So she is part of my ladies Bible study group every Sunday. Thank you so much, Bethel, for dropping by. And as I said, I want to see your names in the chat, right? So she did. Thank you so much, Bethel. All right, where's Susan? Getting coffee, of course. Yes, I've got my coffee too. All right, on my case, I have my water and tea. And probably I need ice water later as I'm starting to feel the heat coming in with all of these lights and no AC or electric fan. Right? So hello, Susan and Shanna from WIMS. All right, so let's go back to what I'm supposed to do today. All right, so we need to use 2 stamp sets, okay? So what I have in mind, okay, I actually need you guys to decide for me. Okay, so my first, one is I want to combine this two. Okay, this is from Waffle Flower. Okay, this is, I got it, I don't know, I don't even remember when, this is so long ago. Little Painters from Waffle Flower, Bimes Big Bear and Bird. So the thing with this is I find it's very cute, right? So I want to use, either the birds or the mouse or any of the critters, okay? And, okay, that will be like my focal point. Okay, and the second set will be this Concord and Ninth the Love Lines Turnabout stamp set. This was supposed to be for my Valentine episode this year, but I couldn't find it. I really, went through all my stash, but somehow I couldn't find it. And lo and behold, when I was going through my stash today of what I was supposed to use, I said, why not this one? Because this one, my dear friends, is a turnabout stamp. If you have not heard of that, it's a stamp where you can create a full background like so by just turning it around. And of course, you need the help of a turnabout jig. Right? So this is the newest version. So I don't even know how I'm supposed to do this. So we will learn, all of us will learn along the way. So this is the first set that I was thinking about. So this is going to be the turnabout stamp will serve as the background. All right. And then this will be its focal point. So that's the 2 sets. Okay. So that's option number 1. Option number 2. See, I can't decide. Okay, so option number 2 will be this Pink and Fresh studio stamp called Holiday City View. Right? So it's like that. Oh, I thought it was just City View. It's actually holiday. I only realized that there are like Christmas lights. So I've had this it's actually a stamp and there's the actually again. A stamp and stencil combination, as you can see. I've used it. right? So I want to intentionally use that. Okay, and the second set, okay, or the second stamp that will go with this, because you need to use two sets, right? Could be this one, all right? So this sentiment stamp that I have not used as well, okay, or with this too, okay, with this too, where I've had it for quite a while. I've used it, I think only this one, but not the sentiments, because it says here, in my imaginary neighborhood, you live right next door. Good friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you know they're always there. We should hang out soon. So it's more like the feels, the sentiments for like this kind of like community of some sort, right? Or like this big note, I've never used this sentiment for brightening my day, a note. So something like that. So this is the second kind, at least two. So I am probably going to be using more, okay, for this. So do you want this, or do you want me to use the one where there is a turnabout stamp? So again, this is the turnabout stamp. Okay, this is the one where you have like a neighborhood scene. Oh, B-boy, it's so hot. Can we have like electric fan in here? B-boy, can you get an electric fan somehow? Because it's super hot. I might collapse from the heat. It's too hot. All right. So, and everybody's saying hi. Oh, Vicky is here. Hi, Vicky. Oh, Vicky actually uploaded one of her videos a few minutes or an hour or so before we ended last night, or after we ended last night. So she did, I think, day number 5 for Stash-tember. So if you have not checked that out, please do check out one of Vicky's newest videos. Cute critters. All right, Susan. The critters, yes, will have to be for this set. Okay, so the first set. So which one, my friends, would you want me to work with today? All right, so I have not used this, so I don't even know what I'm gonna, just like what we've been doing the whole September. I didn't want to open it and use it and prepare. So whatever I do is really something that is like, everything is on the fly, because I've never used this. They're brand new. So if I prepared, then it means I have to use it. And I don't want, because I want to show you that these are really stamps that I have never used. All right. So while I'm waiting for you guys, okay, Caroline likes the Holiday City. All right. This one. Okay, let's see. So that's one vote for that one. Okay, let's see if we can, if there's a 1-1, let's break that tie. Okay, so hopefully you guys would help us. If nobody is gonna answer in the next minute or so, then we will do what Caroline has asked, because that's the only one that I can see from here. Okay, again, I would love for you to please do check out my latest video. It's this Crafty Krita. It's 3 space themed cards, okay, using Crafty Krita, our super sponsor, for Kendra's card 19 for this inspiration hop. Yes, there is a possibility for you guys to win something from here, as this is a giveaway stamp. All right, so you guys have chosen. So this turnabout stamp, I was actually hoping you would say this, because I really have been wanting to use this. But never. All right, but yeah, definitely we'll just use it another time. All right, so you guys have spoken and chosen, so we will use this one. All right, so one of the things that I didn't even know that this is a Holiday City view. I thought it was just a regular city, right? So let me just go and grab my, where is this? Okay, this one. Okay, so if you would, I'll show you another one. There's another similar one, which is from Concord the 9th, right? So this Concord the 9th I've used. So something similar, but this is more of like doodle-like, and it's like buildings, and then you have different houses, and then you have trees. This one I've used already, right? So if ever, but I think I used it once or twice over, but if ever, the sentiment for this one, instead of like a Merry Christmas or something like that, I was thinking of using, all right, this one. All right. So in my imagined neighborhood, you live right next door, right? So to the neighborhood, right? So it means like to you all. All right. So maybe you can plug it over there, baby. Or maybe over there. And then you put, okay, you can pass through here at the back. Sorry, guys. We're trying to figure out how my son is bringing in a fan. Because there goes the fan. There goes my son. It's so hot in here. Right. So I need to call the service, the aircon service person by tomorrow because I cannot go live without an AC. It is way too hot. All right. So Lala, use whatever inspires you. Okay, actually both of them I love. So, but you know how it is. Okay, morning everyone. Yes, there goes my moderator daughter. Okay, so against this battle, okay, that's my dear friend, Night K-pop. Okay, Night Apple K-pop. Okay, I know it's super late for you, sis. So if you need to go to sleep, that's absolutely fine. Thank you so much. It was I was challenging them, the ladies in my Bible study group. I said, I want to see you in the chat, okay? Because they're very shy. They would normally just watch but never comment. Said, please do comment so I can say hi, right? So it's a good thing Sis Battle actually did this today. So because every Sunday nights before, normally I don't have a live stream on a Sunday, right? But since I'm doing Stash-tember, so it's a good thing that our Bible study starts at 6 to 8. But of course, we always go over time. You know how it is with Bible studies, right? So we ended up about 15 minutes, 13 minutes to 9. That's why I was a little bit late. Shouldn't have been late. That would have been more than enough. It's just that the aircon started to drip. And so we had to salvage my books that were directly underneath the dripping aircon. All right. So there you go. And of course, everybody is saying hi again now, this time around to my moderator daughter. Yes, the air conditioning broke. It's not really, it's just that it's dripping. That means it's clogged. That means it needs to be cleaned. Okay, well, it's like, since it's an inverter type of aircon, a split type, normally it should be every 3 months. I don't remember. When was the last time? August, June, July, August. Yeah, I think it's due because I think the last time was June. Right. So anyways, so let's check it out. All right. So this is perfect for an A2 size card. Okay, so it is a cling stamp. It is a red rubber. Look at that. See, never use. All right, so that's the thing again. So this is, I would have to remove this one because otherwise I won't be able to close the stamp wheel properly. Okay, so I just need to make sure that, but you know what, I do have a thin stamp somewhere here. I do know that somewhere here I do have like a clean stamp that is very thin. I just can't seem to find it. I can't find it, so we will just have to. Okay. Now, okay. We will just have to go with the flow. Okay. What am I doing? I'm ruining everything. Okay, so this is a, what do you call that? What do you call that? 3D printed what do you call this? Washi tape cutter. I got from, the 102 event of PF Crafts. Okay, it was so nice. Oh, I actually haven't shown you. I haven't shown you my haul from that event, right? So anyway, let's just go through this one first. Okay, I would probably want to heat emboss this one. Okay, and so it means that I do have to. Okay, so how about you, my friends? Are you working, or are you going to be working with something tonight? Or you're just, having a chill time and you're just simply going to be, watching us do this tonight? All right. Okay, so we will. Okay, and then where is my. There we go. Remember the other night we used this one? I added like because my cling stamp wasn't sticking. So I added a double-sided adhesive onto my stamp wheel. So I'm just removing that. Okay, again, I will make that the top. Okay, grab my stamp like so. Okay, and then start inking. Okay, that means grab first a fine ink. First my big one. So I do have the VersaFine Dazzle, but let's see if this is still juicy enough. Okay, I've not used this for a long while. Okay. This is quite a large stamp. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to use this bigger one of a Versamark. Okay, and then we will. Okay, hopefully. So that's one, because most of you know, for those who has been following me for a while now, that I do have very weak hands. So if I use my own palm, sometimes or oftentimes it won't make a great impression. So I use this is a whiteboard eraser. Yes, it's not a pencil. It is a whiteboard eraser, right? So, all right. So let's just do that. Sweet pie, B-boy, do not put the electric fan directly in front of me because I'm going to heat emboss. So maybe, face it over there to the sides. Not here, but over there. Go over there. So a little bit more. Twist it a little bit more. Over there. Point it towards there.
Point it towards the shelf?
Yeah. Right. Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Turn it off.
Oh, no. Don't turn it off.
But then how are you going to
It's okay because it's going to bump onto that and then it's going to go to me, right? As long as there's still air circulating, right? Because we need it. Okay. Okay. And then we will. Okay. Let me see. All right. So I see this part is lacking. Okay. So we will stamp more on this part. And then we will press on that a little bit more. Okay. So we're going to be doing a little bit of heat embossing onto this. Okay. As I want to color it in, right? It is what it is? What is it called? Holiday City View from Pink Fresh Studio. There you go. It's called Holiday City View. Okay, I don't know how long I've had this. Maybe 2-3 years. All right, there you go. All right. Okay, hopefully. Okay, that's still. Okay, they're still here and there and on top. Okay, so that's the thing. I had to remove like um the shim underneath that actually also acts like as a great, stamping, because it's quite squishy but not too squishy, right? So all right. Okay. Anyway, it's bigger than an A2, so I could always cut it out, right? But then, of course, okay. So unlike a polymer stamp, this is a red rubber stamp. So even if you like press on it, it's not gonna squish and it's not gonna distort, the image. So it's okay to put a little bit of pressure onto it. Okay. It's not gonna be perfect, but that's fine because eventually we are going to put, something of like a focal point on top of it anyway. So that's the one that I removed. Okay, and then we are going to proceed with our embossing. You left the door open. All right, so we will heat emboss this. Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna charge this.
Okay. We're gonna use the Altenew Crisp Embossing Powder in silver. Okay, for the outline. I just hope that my camera. Come on. Focus. Is it too bright? Oh, anyway. Doesn't want to focus. Fine. Okay, is Christmas something like this in your neighborhood? Right? So I think I saw some of this kinds of houses in Washington D.C. Right? Like the old, like the kind like with Sesame Street kind of neighborhood, something like that, or maybe San Francisco. So you see the imperfections over there on the sides, the bottom, on the edges. But that's fine. It's not the stamps issue. It's really like the platform. You needed to have like a background or a base. Okay, so if you have seen my latest video, you would have seen this. Okay, by a very, very cute brush. Okay, to either, for foiling or for removing excess, embossing powder. Okay, and then we will just put this back in like so. So if you could see, I used very, very little, for embossing that. All right, so let me just grab my thing. Okay, B-boy. All right, it's plugged. Okay, I thought it wasn't plugged in. Okay, so now we will heat emboss this one. Okay. Oh, Caroline, yes, at 3 a.m. Yes, because it's Sunday. International Dot Day. Really? What does International Dot Day means? Hi, Jaden. Yay, Jaden is day 10. Jaden, where do you post? Instagram? Okay, so what do we do, or what does one do on a dot day? Yes, swims, right? Okay, so if you went out today for church or the mall after, maybe Mira will be able to sleep earlier if she got tired from, going out. Otherwise, it might take a while for her, but that's fine. Kids, they grow very fast. By the time you know it, my gosh, they'll be grown ups, they'll be taller than you, or they'll be going to uni, right? And so you will miss all those times where you just had them at home and they enjoy being with you all the time very much. And to actually go away or get out of the house, you have to hide, right? Because they will try to follow you. That time of the season when they still wanted to be with mommy and daddy all the time. All right, that's great, right? So hopefully, because I don't have anything going on tomorrow anyway, and since I'm preparing something, if I'm still awake, I probably would be able to make it to Caroline's live stream later. That is 3 p.m. Eastern. So that will be 2 p.m. Central. Right, there you go. And 3 to 1 and 12 noon Pacific. Right, there you go. Right? It would be a fun stamp to color. Yes, Jaden, this is actually again from. Okay, where did I put it again? Okay, this is it. This is from Pink Fresh Studio. And I got this locally from Nenet. Okay, so My Little Attic Studio. I'm not sure though if it's still available. Normally, Nenet doesn't really. And it would look like this, guys. So you could change like the colors. Okay, and to color it in, okay, it comes with, okay, this cool. Okay, where is it now? Okay, where is it? Not this one. Uh, where did I put it, guys? Okay, so I'm asking you guys. Okay, there. So it actually fell. So there is a coordinating. Okay, I don't think it came with this, but you have to buy this separately. This is the okay. It's a stencil, so that you can color each of this blocks. So it does have like a title or a name which says, I don't know if I can show you if it will be able to do so. It's a stencil 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So let us see. Okay, is if you it will show you, okay, more or less. Okay, we will try to find where that one is, and I feel that it is this part. Okay, and you can color that specific house in like so. Remember, it's gonna look something like this, right? So let me find a stamp ink set that more or less looks something similar, and let me just grab my. Let's use this brushes. Oh, remember we did this. I put it now on the back of my caddy's board. Okay, and now we're going to okay set. Probably, you know what, Gina K has something quite similar. Okay, let's check out colors. Okay, so I think, oh, look at that. See how perfect are these, right? So those two. And then, okay, this. Okay, let me check on my other. I don't think I have that very, very light pink. In- oh, there you go. Okay. Thank you so much, Jaden. Let me see. So we do need, okay. How many is this stencil set? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do need 5 colors. Okay, so let us check. Okay, so maybe we will go for this. Okay, so 5. I need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think that's the kind of a pink one, but it should be a lighter pink, and this is kind of okay. So maybe this one. Okay, the rose quartz from Altenue. Okay, let me check. Does Altenue have that kind of a? Okay, let me check. Still choosing the kind of. All right, so maybe this one rather than this one. Okay, so it's a mix of Altenue and Gina K. So that's the 5 colors that I have chosen. Everything at the back first. Okay, and on. Okay, so these are my 5 colors. Okay, so let me see which one will be my first, second. Okay, let me see. This is second. So maybe this is gonna be first, second, and then third is gonna be this, and fourth is gonna be that, and 5 will be this. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the colors that I'm gonna be using. All right, let's do this, friends. Okay, so first, okay, you know what? This can already go into this one. Okay, so I don't need to put any more washi tape because I can just simply put it in my. Okay, there you go. The nice thing about having them heat embossed is that the possibility of it bleeding or smearing. Okay, so let's find where this one goes. All right, so you will find, because if you look at that, okay, you will find where it would fit perfectly. All right, and then we will just attach the washi for this one so that it's not gonna move. I will try not to make it move. Right, so there you go. All right. Okay, so let's start with the Gina K in this one. Okay, what color is this one? I have no idea. It's hopefully the ones I've chosen are good enough. I'm just cleaning my brush, and this is like this kind of brush. I bought it in Amazon Prime Day like several years ago, right? So the thing about this one is that you can just easily, if you want, you can color in these houses like individually, and then if you want to put like lights onto that, right? So no worries. But in this case, I would just want to just use this stencil that you can buy as an add-on to this set. Okay, this is again from Pink Fresh. I'm not sure if it's available still. This is, as you know, part of my stash, and it's an old one, right? So probably no longer available or it's already discontinued. But in case you have something similar, right? So maybe this is the perfect opportunity for you to work with it, right? So that is actually the intent of Stash-tember, right? So alongside, of course, the awesome new releases that companies like Spellbinders. Oh, if you want to know or get to see the releases from Spellbinders, Chana is part of the design team, so she gets first dibs on you know uh Spellbinders stuff. Okay, she does go live once a week, but she's on vacation right now, so you can still watch her videos, right? So okay, look at that. Okay, so if you feel that you have, okay, so that is what, okay, our first set of houses look like. So which part of the US can you see houses like this? Did you see that? Did you see that? It's like, oh wow, it broke. Okay, have you seen here in the Philippines? We have a place called like in Baguio where you can see houses like the different colored, like the house itself and the roof somehow are colored. Okay, and people go there and have their pictures taken with that place. I forgot the name of the place, right? So that's our first one. All right, so we'll just clean off our stencil. Yeah, I'm happy that I finally get to use this one. Woohoo! All right. All right, next one. Okay, stencil number 2 is this. All right, so we'll just try to find where this thing. Okay, I think it's this. All right, so it is this one. Okay, I'm just trying to cover up. Okay, so the house that we just colored a while ago. Okay, just making sure. Okay, right, and then we will just get the washi tape we used earlier on. Okay, so for the previous stencil, and use it for this one. All right, so there you go. And the second blue one is this one. All right, so let me see. This broke. Okay, but I think I can still like glue that in. There you go. Do I have another one? Still, yeah, similar. All right, so it's a good thing I got 2 of these. So when I got this, it's like a pencil like that, and then you can just, if you're going on the road or something, you can just attach them. It's so hard to put them in. Sometimes the bristles will get, like, what do you call that? Stuck. But so I just, instead of putting it together, I just let it stay like individually like that. Okay. So let's grab this one. So this is a darker blue. Okay, this time around. All right, so there you go. Okay. Okay. So have you used this stamp set? This specific kind of a stamp set? Okay. Recently, companies, or not recently, but in the, not too far past, right? So companies started to come up with stencils in lieu of stamps for like something like this, because stencils are cheaper. Okay, but then like this one, it coordinates. So if you do have a stamp and then you want to color it in fast. Okay, so the use of stencils like this, okay, makes it easy or easier, right? So, okay. So normally you would want to just tap it outside first, 'cause otherwise you're gonna have something like that. You see that? That's ugly, right? Because it's super dark. So you should have tapped it outside and then just grab those ink and pulled it in, okay, towards your house. Okay, so let's see how this house is gonna look like, because they have like uneven painting. Maybe let's just say, oh, there's a shadow. Okay, so going back to Vicky's latest video, it was so cool. It was so easy to put together. She used I think she said one of the last close to my heart stamp sets that she bought before, closed its doors for business. And that's a nice tribute as well to that amazing company who had been there for like several decades. It's always sad when, companies do have to close for financial purposes, and probably sometimes just, it has, reached the owners just feels that it's time to just, throw in the towel. It had its run while it lasted. So there you go. It was super nice. Okay, so let's check out the result of this one. There you go. Okay. I feel that didn't do. Let me see, friends. I think I need to move this a little bit, as I see a little bit of parts of it that weren't colored in. Okay. We'll see. We will check that in. Okay, so that I could color in the parts. This is horrible. But it's fine. I have to live with that. It's okay. Imperfections, it's okay. We'll see. As T would always remind me, and Dawn, just trust the process, and let's see where it ends up. All right, so we're done with the two blues. Now we're on to stencil number 3. So we're done with stencil 1 and 2. We're going to stencil number 3, and that is actually this part. Remember, I told you that this one somehow, okay, we had imperfect stamping, but that's fine, because I will eventually have to trim this to an A2 size card, and it is absolutely bigger than an A2 size card. This one, we're going to use the Altenew Rose Quartz, okay, to stamp with. All right, so let's use this one. All right, let's see which one. Okay, maybe use this one. Okay, I just have to clean. Okay, so this is just what do you call that? It is a stained one. Okay, but it's cool. All right, so now we are doing it on pink. And let's see if I can color it in some of the windows with yellow. Okay, after. You probably just have to dry it first. Okay, let me just add a little bit of a washi tape again onto this side, because it's lifting and we don't want that to happen. Anyway, this is going to be definitely on this side. That would have to be trimmed anyways, so not too bothered about that. not being colored in perfectly. Okay, and then the last is this part, which I feel also will be cut anyways. But just for, the process of following through the process. Okay, so let us just color it in as well. So that's our stencil number 3, right? So, okay, and how are you guys in the chat? And how are you guys working with your stuff? Let me see. Maybe San Francisco. I'm not sure where else. Oh, Charleston, South Carolina. Oh, really? Okay, has row of houses that look like this, Shanna? I would check that out. Looks like Baltimore has the colored roof houses too. Oh, that would be great. I would love, love, love to see. All right. Yeah, I like these shades of blue, said Sam. When you get done, you can wipe the ink off the embossing and it will be fine. Oh, yes, because there's the resist. Yes. Okay, let me check if I can move a little of. Yes, because, they would resist. Okay. Okay, so now we are on to our fourth. Okay, so our fourth will be, okay, just have to clean up this stencils. All right, so which one is this? This one. Okay. Let me. All right. Okay. Lining them up a little bit tricky. Okay, now we are on to this one. A little bit of a darker coral kind of color. Okay, we'll see. Okay. Whew. We'll see. Kind of too orange for me. Yes, so let's see if eventually we can wipe off some of those colors from the windows so we could add in a little bit of, okay, now there's a problem with the paper because these are not, I think this is too wet, my brush. Oh my goodness, we'll see. We will see. Why is this coming up with a reddish tinge all of a sudden? And that was orange. What in the world? Okay, how did that happen? Again, you can always not use the stencil that coordinates with it. If you just want to, I should have stamped 2 so that we could have done 2. Right? So one with with the color. Why is this orange? And this is kind of red. And it's the same ink. Okay. Why in the world does this look like that? I think it is ruined because of that. But let's see. Let's just check and see. Oh, there's one more at the top. So was that a thing for our friends in the US? So are these colored houses, roof or the walls or something? Are this part of a certain like old Americana or something like that? Okay. Okay. That's so weird. there must have been, I must have used that brush for several different kinds of colors, and then when, I removed it and layered it, so some of those past colors, okay, actually revealed itself. And finally, the last but not the least of all the colors. So we will, okay, we'll try to make several of this. Anyway, it looks easy enough. Okay, let's try to create one where we didn't use the stencil, but just colored it in and see which one we like better, right? So, ah, oh, I know what happened. What did happen? I Okay, I don't know. Okay. Okay. All right. And then let's just dry this a little bit. All right. I don't have Pink Fresh Studio like inks. All right, let's check this out for size. All right, and then, okay, so I'll just remove this from. Okay. And where is it? Oh, this is very thin, that's why. Where is my trimmer? Okay. So I just needed 5. I pulled out 4. Okay, so let's see how this one actually, what's the size of this one? Oh, it is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so might as well make it, okay, 5 1/4, 5 1/4, okay, by 4. So we can remove the edges that had, imperfections. All right, so that is what it is gonna look like. All right, so let me just grab our heat tool, not our heat embossing, but our heat tool. All right, okay, and just dry that. Bye, Caroline, and hopefully to see you later. She goes live at 3 p.m. Eastern, my friends. So if you can catch her live, you could definitely try to, okay, visit her. Susan says, hi, doing some fussy cutting of Christmas stuff. Great, Susan. I finished organizing all of my paints and washi tapes, but now I can't lift the paint tote. I guess I don't think about. Is it too heavy? Did the dinner already have a color on it? The dinner? The dinner? Oh, the dauber. Yes, I think so, Shanna. And probably I used it once and then I did another one. So I removed the topmost. But then when I went through the second layer, somehow that, didn't. So that was error on my part. Okay, make sure to clean up, those stamps before storing. All right, so and then we will make another one. Okay, this time around not using any of some of these background these are, let me see, let me just see, friends. So just going through my papers, looking for like perfect, okay, colors that can combine with this. Okay, as I try to, okay, so this will be a 5 1/4 by 4, and then this will be a 5 1/2, okay, by 4 1/4. Okay, all right, so that's that one, so it's gonna look something like that. Or should I have had the darker one and then the lighter one at the bottom like that? I think that's better. All right, so let us cut this into 5, okay, and a 3 and 7, 2.75, 75. Okay, and then this one will have to be 5 1/4 by 4, and then the pink one we have to do it again, okay, on a, okay, 5 1/4 by, or 5 1/2 rather, by 4 1/4, and so it's gonna look, yes, that's better. All right, so and then we will put it together. Just grab some of our, okay, card stocks. Okay, let me see to flatten this one. Okay, I think I need to use, double-sided adhesive tape to make sure that it flattens out, and since it's a very thin paper, it might actually bleed. The colors might bleed if I use liquid glue. So I am, whoa, this one I have to do that again. It kind of ripped. Okay. I like this double-sided tape because it's easy to remove. Okay, so you see this is the one that got damaged, but don't worry because it's kind of in the middle. So what we're gonna do is to cover our boo-boo with, okay, our sentiment later on, so that it won't look as bad. Okay, but first let me check if we can make this a little bit, more festive by coloring in the lights if I can. Maybe a dab of acrylic markers. Okay, I have this, just a local brand, nothing fancy, kind of acrylic markers, right? So let's see. Hopefully it works. Okay, if we can, bring in some like lights onto some of the windows. Okay, to like say that there's somebody inside. There's light, right? So let's see. So far, it looks okay. Okay, so these are acrylic markers, my friend. Okay. All right, so I think it's best to use it on the lighter colored ones, houses that are lighter colored than the darker one. All right, so that looks nice. Right, so now we can see that there are lights. So again, if you don't like, you can actually not use the stencils. You may just color in, the houses with A&A coloring. Okay, see, there's the yellow one on the sides. Coloring of the pink houses. Their windows, okay, are lighted up. Okay, the blue ones, you can see it's not as nice. Okay, to put in like colored lights. Let me see. How about the light blue? Just a tinge. Alright. Okay, so you can dab off the excess acrylic. Okay. Okay, just don't smear, just tap. Okay, so you can remove. Alright. There you go. Just like that's nice. Right? So the dark colored houses, the dark blue ones, okay, I will not add like lights anymore onto it. Okay, when you dab it, it like flattens the acrylic, and if there's too much of it, okay, you actually can remove it that way. Again, we heat emboss this one, right? So there's a kind of a resist onto, those parts where the silver heat embossing powder has kind of melted. Right, so there you go. Let me just put it up. Okay, so you can see it better. Oh, this one. All right, so maybe that part you can see light through, but the door is not. That's going to be opaque. And then let's see if we can put like red onto those, or green onto the wreath. Okay, how about the lights? Those are the lights. Okay, remember these houses have like Christmas lights on. Let's see if we have yellow and green, and then blue. All right, let's see if those lights can actually be seen. Lights. How about the red lights? Right, the red lights. I'm already having so much fun coloring in the Christmas lights, friends. There. Right, so not all the houses have like Christmas lights. See, this one has one, so we're gonna go red, blue. So multicolored Christmas lights go onto the lights. Okay, so let's color this red, blue, blue. Oh, look, these are really very pigmented. And there you go. So you can now see those Christmas lights. Okay. Okay, let's focus. Come on, camera. There you go. So you have the colored or the windows that have been lighted up, and look at those like lights from the houses. You cannot see it clearly when it's not like this near. Right, where's the other house? There you go, this house. Okay, so this house also have lights. Okay, I'm not sure though if we could put in lights on this one. Yeah, I think so, because on the other houses with this color, we did put in like yellow lights onto the window. So make it like nighttime, and then we'll probably bring in some, shimmer, okay, by adding a little bit of, okay, wink of Stella, so that there is shimmering, shiny, shimmering, splendid kind of a feel. Right, so it does have that kind of a shabby, kind of chic look. Okay, this kind of blue though, and this red, okay, they're the houses that won't have lights on because they're too dark to start with. Okay, so let us, okay, where is my adhesive? Okay, there you go. Bring this in. Okay, attach this to the card base and work with, okay, our, okay, sentiment. Okay, let me work on this one. Okay. All right, so that's that. Okay. Okay, let me just remove this. Okay, and then let's put in our, okay, hold on. Okay. Guys, I'm still here. Hold on. I'm just looking. Okay, I'm just looking for some sentiments. Okay, I want the big giant one. Okay, to cover up some of the boo-boos from that house. Okay, let me see if I do have something here. Okay, now you really know it all. No. Okay, thank you. Wish. No, Christmas. Nope. Happy Father's Day. Happy birthday. I'm trying to check out first if I do have, okay, sentiments here that I can use. You know what? Not. Okay. So we need to stamp. Okay. And I'm thinking of using the stamp from. Okay, so this is the first stamp. Okay, and then the second stamp would be from this. All right. So the sentiment, in my neighborhood, your leave next. Okay, beside me, or yeah, that would be the one I want, and that would be placed in this one. This my platform. All right, so this is the second set. And this one, I just can't find the cover of my stamp wheel. It will reveal itself. Otherwise, so we just use my Misty because I cannot find the cover of my stamp wheel. So we will use the Misty instead. Alright, so okay, so did you see what's happening to the back of my waffle flower? Right, so there you go. Oh, it's not sticking anymore. You gotta stick, my friend. So let's try to open up a new one, because I feel that my VersaFine ones are starting to dry up. Okay, so rather than inking them, let's open up a new one. Okay. Okay, and I think this was too much. Okay, so let's clear it. What's that activity monitor and the... There we go. Okay, and in my neighborhood, my imaginary neighborhood, you live next door. Okay. The thing I like about the VersaFine is if you have very small letters or intricate designs, they normally aren't supposed to bleed through. Okay, but this one somehow is, maybe because the stamp is not yet conditioned. So let's try to condition first. We see there's a pulling of, it's darker on that side, which we don't like. So let's clean our stamps. This is a new one. It's kind of juicy, too juicy, so we will not tap too much. Okay. Just very lightly. There you go. That's nicer. Okay, just a little bit darker. You will see the difference. Okay, I'll show you. You see the difference, my friends? Right? So when because remember, this is a new stamp, and what happened when I inked it, it became so much ink on top, right? So it's not even, so I stamped it again. This one, it's nicer, right? It's really that the font is something like that. It's like somebody just doodled it, right? And somehow, since this is like a whimsical neighborhood, so I feel that that is just like the perfect font for this one. And this is from Concord and Ninth. Okay, so that one is from Concord and Ninth. Okay, let me see. Okay, and then we will try to cover up. I don't want to cover that, the Christmas lights onto this one, but I do want to cover those boo-boos over there. Right, so I'm thinking if I'm gonna do it like that, okay, so that in one side Okay. So it's gonna look something this still will be like so. So that's how you cover up your boo-boos. Right? So there you go. Let me see if I can get coral pink. Right? So just to add a bit of contrast. Right? So just a tiny tad of a contrast. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then there you go. Wow, we are done. We are done so fast today. But we will try. I want to do it again. Okay, but this time we're gonna make it, we're not gonna use the stencils, but rather we will work with, okay, and then of course I need to find a cardstock. It's a little bit thicker. So I realized the one I used is probably like copy paper thick. That's why it didn't do well with the inking when we did the stencils. But still, we were able to salvage it. This part, this is the one that really was so ugly. I know, right? No, perfection is not key, but it's just really, so I just really have to cover that up. Okay, and we're gonna do so. Okay, but make sure we still see the lights onto that one and this one as well. Cover it up like so. There you go. In my imaginary neighborhood, you're right next door. Right? So that's such a cool stamp set. Okay, before I move on to another version of this one, okay, let's just check the chat. Yes, maybe stamp with alcohol, safe ink. Yes, that's true, Susan. Way too heavy for me, not for anyone else. I forgot that I have strength issues now. I can't carry things or it will send my pain condition into a flare up. Absolutely. And I'm happy that you know that, Susan. It took me a while to understand my body and listen to my body as well. Right? So, yes, we need to listen to our body. Reminds me of all the beautifully painted Victorian homes. There you go. That's the word, Victorian homes. Hi, Blossom. Howdy, howdy. Right. A great weekend to you. You're done and I haven't started. No, no, no. It's okay. Because I plan to make another one. Right. So this one is, I'm not so happy with. That's why we will make another one. All right. So this time around, we are going to make one that is. Okay. Now I need to find the stamp. And I need to find my stamp wheel to find the stamp. Because the stamp is on the stamp wheel. Okay, there you go. It was on my cart. All right, so now let's grab some thicker, okay, cardstocks. All right, this, okay, and then let's just put this stamp on top. All right. Okay, so this time around, we're gonna color it in with a hybrid ink. And hopefully, okay, we'll be able to create another version this time around using our I'm just looking for mine. So let's use our memento. Okay. So I am inking on to this side. Okay, so remember a while ago we used Versamark. Okay, so now we are putting on memento inks so that we can do Copic coloring. So there you go. Oh, I forgot to use wallflower. Cling stamp, and then there's, okay, we'll see. All right, so there is a bit of that. This one, let's see if I can just do that onto this part. Okay, so just one more. Okay, just a tad. Okay, don't go crazy because we don't want the lines to be too thick. Just a clear outline will do. That will be great. So which parts? Okay, I think the sides. Okay, I hope that it did not shadow. But it's a little bit too thick. All right, I think that's enough. That's good enough. Okay, so there you go. Okay, and now we'll just heat set that to make sure. All right, that it's gonna be okay. So this time around, we didn't heat emboss. All right, so we just stamp with memento ink, which is, as we know, is safe for alcohol ink markers. So we stamp directly onto our so just making sure that everything is dry, because even if it's best for Copics, stuff like that, but if it's still wet, it may have the tendency to, still bleed or something like that, right? So let us try. Okay, so what will be our maybe we'll still follow the inspiration of the colors of the canvas. Right, so let's work with those inspiration. So let me see the color. White. Okay, and see, I've been really having a problem with my markers, my Copics. So I'm really thinking of, after this, do I transfer to just simply go to Ohuhu because it's cheaper, and Wims has been using it and she's quite happy with it. So let me see, because it's actually also quite expensive, right? And I think I've several markers already. All right, so let's do this. What is R83? Do I have something? RB02, R21, oh, there we have R85, R83, and R85. Let's check this one. Okay, what is R85? And there's R83. Oh, that's the darker one. All right, so let's go with that. Okay. And then, so we do need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what is the fifth one? Oh, coral. All right, so let's look for coral pie. R22. Light prawn. Yeah, that one. Good. All right. Okay. So let's look on these. And let's see. Okay. Oh, of course, the lights. So let's work with this for the lights. Oh, and the lights. Lights. Blue, red, green. So let's do this for the Christmas lights. All right, and this will be for the body. Okay, so let's color in the first few houses. All right, so again, we are working with, okay, the same like feels. Okay, so we'll still follow like the colored houses. But this time around, we're just gonna, I feel that this way we have a better control of how we put in the colors. Okay, so for our houses. Right. Okay. Wims would tell me, Lala, breathe. All right, so that, okay, and then this one. Okay, that, and this one. All right, so I'm following the houses would somehow look similar. And you know what? Maybe it's gray. Gray. Let's do a C3. Right, so for this parts of the house, like to separate like the different floors. Right, so you have like, you have a second floor. And those are actually roof of the tiles of the roof. Let's follow first. Color in. So how are you guys? Are you guys eating breakfast still? Oh, Mira's still not asleep. Oh, that's fine, Wims. Mira wants to craft too. Oh, you love it. Thank you. Actually, it's right. I've never used it. Holiday City View again from Pink Fresh Studio. I guess this was like 2 seasons ago, maybe 2 years old or more or why I never actually got to use it is beyond me as well. Just sometimes there's just so many choices, right? So choices. And that's one thing I like about Wims. She makes sure that when she buys something that she really uses it, not just once. She uses it several times. So it's really worth it. And I think that should be the mindset we should have as well. I think I did see also some kind of like this in Europe. Some of the houses look like these. Like in what do you call that place? Hold on. With the lavender. Oh gosh, what is the name of that? But they do have like staccato roof though. Okay, so let me just check. Okay, so this, okay, this, okay, and then this one should be the same as well. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 houses. Okay, I'm still thinking if like in the inspiration, it's like everything is the same color. Do I change the color of the roof? Okay, or do I maintain the same color? Again, if you want to do this super fast, just use the stencil. Okay, that is part of this, not part, but you can get or buy as an add-on. Okay, maybe there was a bundle before, that's why I bought it as a bundle. If I have the means and the budget, I would always go for what is a bundle, because I am sure that I won't make a mistake, because they're really meant to go together, right? So, but then again, if you are on a budget, you gotta choose which one. Of the time, it has to be the stamp itself, right? Okay, so let me think about the roof. I am on the fence if I want the roof to be like a mix and match of all their other colors. So let's just finish all the other houses first. Okay, so this one is the darker one. Let's just do that first. Here's the gray. Okay. So as I said, I am trying to just separate the different floors by adding this like gray onto the what do you call that, frame of the roof. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm sweating like crazy. It is so hot in here, my friends. Whew. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to sleep. I might sleep in the other bedroom or sleep with the kids. This is gonna be way too hot. Like I'm wearing long sleeve dress, right? Wow, perfect. Normally I would wear just the sleeveless dress for my live stream, but somehow I just decided to wear the very first dress that I could grab from my cabinet because I was running a little bit late, right? So there you go. Okay, so this, okay, and that one and this one. Okay. So I'm working with, okay. And let's see which one we like better, right? So the one where we actually used the stencil, or the one where we just colored in with Copic markers the different houses. It does take longer though, I have to say, rather than, one with the stencils is just super fast and easy. You just put it in, okay, and then just color away. Okay. So that, okay, and then the other one would be, okay, this and this. So we have two houses. So it's like, I like that there's like a perspective for this one. It's like probably these houses are like on a hill like that, right? So you see this, and then another street would be on another, yeah, something like that. So, oh, I remember. Firenze. All right, yes, I now I remember. It was in like Florence. Okay, it's one of my favorite parts of, when I visited Europe the first time. And there was this bridge where the sunset was spectacular. And the houses look something like this. The one that keeps them like very similar to each other are their roof. Their roof are made of like the same like red, orange. I forgot what you call those. Bricks. The sunsets there, like we do have amazing sunsets here in the Philippines. Like in Manila Bay, it's really known for amazing sunsets, but the sunset there was also quite spectacular. There you go. And then this one, I hope I'm doing this. Yes, let's go. This one is also gray. Gray. I just think that with using markers instead of stencils, you can put in a little bit more, kind of detail onto coloring or onto the stamped images rather than using the stencil. Again, though, it is very fast and easy to color this thing, okay, with the use of the stencil. And if you are going to create probably a lot of this card, let's say maybe you want to give this to like your neighbors and there's several houses in your neighborhood, I think, just using the stencils would be, kind of more than enough. Okay, so, all right, so that, oh, there's actually another one. Hold on. Okay, let's just do that later. Okay, so this is the coral one that goes over here. Okay. Oh, this is for the blue. Okay, so only this one. All right. So I'm trying not to cover the roof because I'm still up to now thinking, okay, do I color the roof all the same, or do I color the roof, meaning when I say all the same, like the same color as, the body of their houses, or do I color it like based on like a specific region, like all the roof are say red tiles or red brick colored tiles? So what do you think, friends? Or do I color it just simply the same as, their body, or like the walls of the house? Oh, I'm loving the color. Right. So I'm sorry if I'm not able to. Let me check at the chat right now. Hi Blossom from Vicky. Vicky's still here. She'll be eating the pow. No, 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 no. No, no to that, Wims. Hi, Laurie. Oh, where's Laurie? I didn't see Laurie come in. Hi, Laurie. Now, how are the wedding crafts coming along? Oh, Laurie, are you making wedding crafts? Oh, that's awesome. Who is getting married? So one of the things, oh, it's almost that time of the year, right? So we're you actually give out gifts and stuff, right? So part of the thing I do every December is I release my handmade stuff. So I do make reed diffusers, my own formulation, anyways, um, and my scented candles, my soaps. Yes, my soaps look like pastries, my friends. Right. So finally, this one. All right. So this one are this. Oh, this is kind of dark. Anyways, I played it out already. I'll leave with it. All right. So there you go. And then this one would also be. Okay, so for those who are like, that's why sometimes I don't color in. I do not do the coloring during the live because people might feel it's boring to just see somebody just coloring. And it's not even great coloring. So if you are here for the first time and you're thinking, wow, I want to watch an expert, sorry, no expert here, but I do love, experimenting and learning through the process. Okay, so not perfect in any form, way, or shape, but our community is such a very um, supportive, loving. We all like to learn and be inspired by each other. And if you are that, okay, I highly suggest that you do check out the others in the chat. Even those you may find have left to do some chores for the day, because most of the people in the chat have also amazing channels that you can find inspiration from. Okay, so maybe let's do the doors gray. All the doors will be gray. How's that? Okay, so that would keep that part kind of similar. Who else have doors? Okay, so this one has a was that a window? Yikes. Too late. All right, so who else? Okay, so one, two. Oh no, this is one, two. Oh, this one, three. All right, so can you give me a hint or like help me decide, friends? Because I cannot. Okay, do I color the roof the same color as the walls of the houses, or do I like make them into one single color, like let's say brick? What do you call those rooftop? Okay, so what do you think, my friends? Help mommy guide in. Help mommy guide out. Okay. All right, so we've used that. Okay, so we're gonna use this now to do which one? So that one. Oh, okay. So we need to use another one. Should it be this or this? Let me see. Let me just check. Okay, where is my white paper? Look, another dried up marker. Aish. Sad, sad, sad. Okay. And then this is the last one. So this will be that, that, and this. Okay, now again, my question, my friends. Okay, so what will be the color of the room? As you see, I've left all the roof uncolored. I cannot. So, and then you'll tell me later which of these you like better. The fact that I can see the details, or probably it's just the way I colored in. Okay, the house is the first time. It should have been just probably just very, very light so that the design, and remember I heat embossed that one in silver so it's not too visible. Maybe I should have um, heat embossed in black so the outlines of the houses would still be very visible. This kind of coloring whims I find really relaxing, in fairness, right? So I am loving coloring this. Hard because there are several small details. Okay. And that has to be gray. Where's my gray again? Okay. I might forget. This is so cute. Really loving this. Other than whims, is there anybody doing anything? It doesn't have to be Stash-tember. Okay, like I know Susan is finishing off some of organizing. Okay, so that, oh, and this one, I forgot. I am not yet finished with this. I skipped to the other house. Okay, and what else? Other than this, okay, that one. Make sure I don't forget. I'll work on this already. All right, so there you go. Okay, and then that one. Okay, and let's finish off this part. Okay, and then we do the lights. And then the last one is the roof. Okay, have you guys decided on what to do with the roof? I always make you guys decide the hardest part. Okay, and that's choosing. Sometimes it's like when I have many options, I get like, immobilized by, okay, so which one? Because I have many choices. So you guys are truly awesome that you are making the difficult, decisions for me as you determine or you decide what it is I need to color or use for the others. Okay, so this one has to actually be the same. All right. Okay, now the windows. Okay, so let's pretend that this is like nighttime. Whoop, why is this? Oh, it's green. My goodness. No, not green. I want yellow. Yellow, 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 yellow. Let's do fluorescent yellow, right? So that it's really like, the lights are illuminating from the inside. So there you go. Okay. Maybe this one, the canopy. Maybe a gray. Okay. Oh. Canopy. Canopy. All right. Have you guys decided? I will look in the chat after this house and check what you guys have decided. Again, I always make you do the harder part. And I just execute. Right? Okay. All right. So this one is Ohuhu now. So I'm using different markers for today. But all are alcohol markers, and I find that you get to color. Okay. Coloring is therapeutic. Yes, said Wims. Not with me before. Coloring was something that gives me anxiety. But I'm so grateful to Wims and all of you. Oh, Loria's gotten a lot of things done. Both of our sons are getting married in the next. Oh, wow. Congratulations. Oh, my goodness. My kids would always tell me, Mom, it's like they're pointing to each other. Okay. Because it's like none of them wants to get married somehow. I said, you know what, my dear? Just because mommy's marriage didn't work out, that doesn't mean that yours is going to be the same. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Okay? The Lord had instituted that. It's really beautiful. So don't be afraid, of getting married. And of course, I do want grandchildren. I do want to be a grandma. But they would always tease me, not for me, not for me. But I know we all go through like certain stage where we just love being single so much. But I pray that it would also that they find really great partners in life. Oh, this is awesome. It's like, oh, Christmas. Again, there's this place here in the Philippines in Baguio where there's a place like this where the houses are colored. So when people go there, they make sure to visit because that community is, of course, we take pictures and stuff. Right. So what else? Okay. This canopy should be gray. Now I just need to decide on what the roof would look like, friends. Help mommy guide out. Help me with the roof. Oh, I forgot to finish this one. Look, the second floor is not, the first floor is not done. Okay. Yes, I think now it's just really the roof, my friends. And we can call this done. Oh, not yet. The sentiments. And to make it like, we will do the same thing the same sentiment as the first card. So we can actually create or make a comparison, right? Because if it's different, how can we make a nice comparison? So, oh, that is also okay. Yellow, neon. Okay, what else? What else have I been missing? Oh, this one. See, there's that window. All right. Okay. Now you guys really need to help me with the roof. Okay, so this card can be called done. Because she had a nap. Okay. All right. Super nap. I remember those days, they aren't easy. Exactly. When I remember, how it is when you have a baby, you would tap their bums, right? Bum bum like that. Go to sleep, go to sleep. By the time you know it, you're asleep and they're still awake. Anyways, come on, guys, help me with the roof. Did you guys mention anything about the roof earlier on? Not yet. Come on. Okay. Question is, do we make the roof of all the houses the same, or do we color the roof the same color as the body of the house? So there. Oh, okay. So while you guys are thinking about that, let me put the Christmas light. All right. So let me put in the Christmas light. Okay. So that's the blue. Okay, so we do have several Christmas lights on these houses. All right. So we're done with the blue, the red, the red, the red, the red. Okay. The green. Oh, I forgot to put the red. Okay, green. Where's the red? Okay, and then we do the red again. Oh, yellow first. Yellow. Yellow. What else? This is yellow. There. Yellow. Okay, and then we'll go back to blue. Blue, blue, blue. Okay, so we go from here again. And this is blue. This is another blue. Okay, this is blue. Okay, and then another red. Oops, not this. Oh, I see some windows I have not colored. All right, so let us color. Okay, this windows. What else? This one's yellow. This one's yellow. Have I missed any? None. Oh, the wreath. Okay, so let's make that a little. It's too dark. I think it's too dark. Okay, so here's our wreath. Okay, where's the other wreath? There's another one. There's another one. Okay, there's another window. Okay. So the middle of the wreath. We should keep the color of the house. Okay, also put a roof. Okay, that's A. Yeah. Okay, this one I see another set of chandeliers that have lights. Oh, okay. So there is that wreath. Okay, and the green of the wreath. Okay, now it's really just the. All right, friends, help me with the roof. Okay, let me see. Let me see. What is William's advice? Roof brick red or terracotta brown? Brick red. Brick red or terracotta brown? Terracotta brown. Brick brown or I remember I do have a terracotta. I can't find it. Where is terracotta? Okay, how about this one, Wims? Let me see. Okay, let's color in one. Okay, and see if you like it. I'm scared. Let me see. Let me see. Woo-hoo. Where are you? Aquana brown. Wine red. What is this one? Geranium. See, I remember. Uhuhu has terracotta. So I guess one cannot go wrong with one that says terracotta. Right? So. Was there a suggestion? I just saw the terracotta and just went with it. So traditional roof. What does traditional roof look like? Oh, what did you guys say earlier? Ay, sorry, friends. Okay. Okay, what did Vicky say? So here. I would alternate the rooftops colors. Alternate the rooftop colors, but not matching. Oh, so it's like the color of this house go onto that house. All right. Okay. So let's just try to put terracotta on this kind of house. All right. And then the rest of the house, we'll try out the different colors from the other houses. We'll see. Let's try that. Okay. I'm so sorry, friends. I'm so bad at reading comments sometimes, right? So multitasking, used to be very good at it, but somehow nowadays it's somehow single tasking is easier for me. So that one is a terracotta. So that is similar to this. So that one will have the same roof. How's that, right? So they have the same body of a. I'll make all the light blue ones have the terracotta roof. This one too. Okay, and then the other suggestions were okay. So try to mix it up. So friends, please check out my latest video if you can. Because I uploaded it quite late, so you know how it is. The algorithm likes consistency, and because I really thought it was on the 16th. All right. So those are the terracotta, terracotta, terracotta. All right. Now let's alternate their bodies. Oh, look at that. So how do we do that? How do we actually do that? Let me see. So what is beside? Oh, this one. I forgot the window. Doesn't have color. All right. So okay, so this one is beside the blue and this one. So maybe we will not put the same kind of roof as the one beside it. So meaning, but it does have this and that. It does have the light blue as well. It is this one. So does that mean it's the dark rose on it? And this one, let's start with this. Blue. This, okay, so this is blue. This beside it. So 1, 2, 4. So what's left are, but this is its body. So I have to color it this. Okay. So it's like a, okay. So you do a, whatever is not beside it. And that is gonna be its color. All right. And this one has to be, gosh. Okay, so this one is this one or this one. So and then the blue is on top of it. So that use this 3. So we could use this one. All right. This is fun. It's like putting up a puzzle. Oh, and that's the blue one. So we have to make it. That's the back. All right. Okay, so that house is done. This house is done. This. All right. So we can remove this. We remove this. We remove this. Okay. So what is left? So you have the light pink or this one. But I think that is this one. Let me check if this is the right. Yeah, it's the right one. Hoot hoot. All right. Okay. Now this one. Okay, so that's this. Okay, and then it has that on its side, that on the top, that on top. So can't use that. And the body of that one is the coral. So we'll end up with this. Okay, or this. So I guess this. We'll see. Gosh, this is the last one, friends. All right, got it. Whew. That was scary. So the play of adding the terracotta actually also is a nice one. Thank you, Wims, for helping us with that one. Yay! We have a colorful community. Love it. As okay, very kind of different, right? Okay, I think because this one is silver. Okay, it takes a bit of a angle for you to see. Okay, now let's do, okay, my sentiment. If I just, the sentiment was here a while ago. There you go. Here it is. Alright, so, okay, let's use another stamping platform. Let's use my mini. Okay, mini. Okay. Alright, as I said, let's try to use a similar product as the first one so we can make, a better comparison. Okay, this one though needs to have, where's my magnet? I don't know where I placed it. So this one, because I can't find the magnet for this one. Because my cover for my stamp wheel is still missing. I still don't know where I placed it. All right, so let's put this over here. All right. Okay, and then let's just ink that. Hi everyone, again to those who are watching. I know I do also watch. Sometimes I don't comment, but I'm there. Okay, thank you so much for being here and for watching. And we are basically doing day number 14. Okay, I don't like the look of it. It's not crisp. Okay, let me just clean it up a bit. Okay, and then just turn this around. And hopefully the next one, okay, will be a better one. I'm not, this is a new opened. Okay, that's a newly opened VersaFine. Okay, that is better. Or it could be the paper. I feel that it's kind of bleeding through it. Anyways. Anyhow. Okay, so are you seeing? I'm grabbing whatever I can get my hold onto. So that's why sometimes whatever in terms of what do you call this? In terms of my die cutting machine. I forgot this one. This one. There's a roof. I forgot. Look, and this one too. Sorry guys, we're not yet done. Okay, so this one has to be this. Okay, that one I easily saw that it has to be that one. That one would have to be the same. Okay, and that balcony will have to be the gray one. Cool. All right, now we need to put, okay, where is my matting? Okay, over onto this one. Where is my, oh, see, we should follow Vicky's advice. See, I opened it and then it remained like this. Vicky has been sharing, if you've been watching her video, you would see that her recommendation is to just, grab a bit of a container so that, and then put a little bit of tissue paper and just spritz some water onto that. And you just put your, your adhesive onto it like that. And you can be crafting all day long and your nozzle won't get stuck like what is happening right now. So I get one of those very okay, so that it will flow again. So maybe I should have that one on hand next time, Vicky, right? So one thing I like about Vicky's live stream as well is she has a lot of amazing tips. Whatever project she is working with, she always has an awesome tip for us. Vicky has been crafting for a long while, but she has just started sharing her passion and her content just fairly recently. And so have not checked her out, or even some of our friends in the chat, I hope that you would do so as well. Okay, so look at that. I'm going to show you the difference. Okay, so again, we used two sets today. Okay, one from Pink Fresh Studio, and the sentiment is from Concord and Ninth. All right, two amazing companies that we have in our community. Right, so if you probably have a similar, you know, stamp that you have not used just yet, so that is the prompt for today. Day 14 is to choose two stamp sets that you have not used for whatever reason, no judgment, and then try to come up, or mash them together. Come up with a project, a card, whatever it is you want to do with it. Okay, and then, all right, so let us just do something like that. Hold on. Where is that poking? Okay. All right. Ching. These are the two. This is kind of ugly looking. It ain't as ugly in real life though, but from the camera, okay, I think the what do you call this? Again, the paper I used here is very, very thin. I didn't realize that it was like Cop One bond or paper thin, right? And then of course we added a lot of ink as we use our stencil. So I think that was one of the reasons, and it was too dark. It should have been a little bit lighter, so that and of course we heat emboss the outline of the stamps in silver, not in black. So, and then if you use like heavy or too dark a color as like what I did here. So, yeah. So I feel that this is a better result. Okay, from this one. Again, it was not because of the product. It's because of user error. Right? But I did learn, okay, what I did wrong. And I think that's half the fun, right? Figuring out what made it go okay and what made it not okay, right? So that in the future, you hopefully, me, have learned. Oh, I found the cover of the stamp wheel, right? So, you know how it is when you don't need it, it's gonna appear, right? So, okay, I do have several platforms, stamp platforms. These are the ones that I normally use. So my stamp wheel, my mini, this thing, and there is my standard. Okay, it's here somewhere. All right. So this three, all right. So they are my go-to. So if I'm working with several projects, they normally are here, and I just mix and match. And then when it comes to like die cutting on the fly, so you've seen it. Normally, I would use this too, for if it's just card making because it's just 6x6. But when we do work with bigger papers, I use my bigger, either my Fiskars rotary or my Tim Holtz guillotine. All right, so you're just wondering how I do things. So these are the two cards, and I think you would also say this one is a better option. And it says, in my imaginary neighborhood, you live right next door. And how fun would that be if I could have you all as my neighbors, right? And I feel that absolutely this kind of, whimsical kind of neighborhood would fit a crafters, one definitely, right? This is really so ugly. Okay, so again, what is wrong with this card? Many things. First and foremost was do not use a bond paper or a copy paper that's about 70 GSM. Okay, as your card top. Especially if you are going to be doing, a lot of inking, right? And also, this paper I feel is really not meant for that kind of purpose. As you can see, they really didn't blend well, right? So you also have to think of that, okay, especially if you're a beginner. Okay, other than that, and of course, the choice for the powder I used for my heat embossing, right? So, oh, I see something on the sides. See? See, guys, we still see something. Okay, new again. I see something new. Okay, that I need to remedy. Hold on. Because the side of this one is still white. Okay, so it's a good thing that I can come back to it. Okay, and fix that. There you go. So I hope that, again, Stash-tember is not meant to be, made to perfection, but rather finally just use up whatever stash you have, right? And I hope that this has inspired you. All right, so if you are wondering what is for day 15, so if day 15, it is going to be, hold on, let me check. All right, day 13 is this one. Oh, sorry, day 13, day 15 rather. Oh, okay, we've been doing this, but anyways, day 15 is gonna be heat embossing. Okay, so use an unused stamp with embossing powder. Oh, this is gonna be very easy. Now all you need to do is, okay, so yes, we are entering our third week. Whoa, time really flies by so fast when you're having fun. This is Technique Twist week. Okay. Oh my gosh, I see watercolor play. I'm gonna die. Okay, anyway, so tomorrow is the easiest for the third week for me. All right, I will struggle with this week, but no worries. Okay, so you need to use an unused stamp, and this time around with embossing powder. I've been doing that for several days already, so no worries. All right, and of course, my dear friends, if you have missed, okay, my latest, okay, see, I'm working things on the fly. If you've missed this latest upload of mine, this video of mine, I hope that you would check it out. It's just 8 minutes. You can even, play that on 2 times speed, right? So again, this is a Angel's Card Challenge 19 Super Sponsor Hop, and we feature Crafty Krita products. And yes, you do get a chance to win because it's a hop. There is a link in the description of that video. You can just fill it up, and then you will be eligible. So the raffle or the draw will be announced on Kenja's YouTube channel on her posts. And then it's going to be on the 23rd, okay, of September. What else? Okay, let me see. What else do I need? Okay. Oh, yeah, this one. Okay. But okay, maybe not tomorrow because I have to open it up and stuff. Right? So let me just go back to the chat and see, all right, how you guys are. Again, thank you so much, Blossom. Sorry I didn't see it earlier. And Vicky as well. And of course, Wims for helping me out with the colors. So eventually I followed everybody's advice. So I mixed it up. So I did the terracotta as Wims had suggested. And of course, Blossoms and Vicky's suggestion that I mix and match, okay, the roof based on the different houses. Okay, so they are divided by the roof. That was supposed to be the intent, but then I felt that it was also nice to have like a mix and match on the roof. All right. I really appreciate everybody's take, so I mixed all of your your request. Okay, green roof. Oh, I didn't see this one. Green roof on pink house and dark gray roof on teal house. Oh, that would be a nice one indeed. Or, okay, Vicky said just use terracotta on all of it. I wish we could react to each other's comments. I think you can. Can't you? think you can now on YouTube. Oh, I remember. It's not on the live, but on the post. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be brave and I'm gonna post it on my YouTube posts. Okay, it used to be community tab, now it's called posts. And on the posts, you can actually react to somebody's comment, right? So let's start commenting on that. Okay, not all dark gray roof on the teal. Oh my goodness, sorry, I did. See, I think the comments came in a little bit late. That's why I didn't see it. So I saw only up to the part where Wim said terracotta, and then Blossom said like mix and match the roof. And I didn't even go to the other side. Hi, Christy! All right, this is Christy, my dear friend. She also has an awesome. She's now on Facebook, but she does also. She has a YouTube channel, and they normally craft along with other friends as well. Christy, would you like to put in the name of your channel, or maybe one of our moderators in the house if you do know? Not sure if Susan knows, right? I think Susan and Sammy are the only moderators in the chat. Only if you know, my friends. And if you want, you can share away your links, my friends. All right. Or only our moderators can do so, by the way. So if Susan knows the links to anybody, and Sammy, please do, at this point, share everybody's links. So if they are not yet, subscribed to anybody, that would be an opportunity for them to do so. And we have Jana. Hello, Jana. Yes, Jana is also in that hop. So if you could check out her channel as well, that would be great. And it works well. Ooh, sorry about that, friends. I think now is the only time that all the comments are coming in. Okay, good morning. Just depends on the look you were going for. Absolutely, Susan, right? But I would have loved both your suggestions. So maybe I will make this cardigan and then make that. Okay, color that in. Thank you, Laurie. Okay, and Vicky said she loves your cards. Don't forget to have your like on your way out. Thank you so much, Susan. She's an awesome friend, moderator. She does it all. Oh, yes, you can't on the live, but on the posts, yes, you can. So they're like now, the community post used to be just for, comments and stuff, but you cannot comment on a comment. But now on YouTube post, you can. So it's like being on Facebook and Instagram, right? Is she making cards with friends? Okay, who is? Okay. Making cards with friends. Yes, I think she is. Okay, Christy, is this you? Because Susan would want to share your channel. Okay, I think I have to make Susan's life easy. I should send her a link to all our, regular friends here. Okay, sorry, Susan. Love you, my friend. All right, so there, Christy is making cards with friends. There you go. Of course, Jana is J. Marie Designed. Okay. All right. Thanks, Jana. All right. See, if you had waited for my answer, it would have been like the live stream has ended and I still have not given it. Again, thank you, Susan. My moderator daughter is by 10 or 10:30. She is like probably asleep. So I'm so blessed to have, Susan in the chat and helping me out. Not to just, making sure that I actually am, of course, and Wims as well. All right. So this is the time I pull out this ones that I am not muted. Oh, look at the lights. The lights are too strong. It is only now. See, I didn't even realize that. Let us figure that out. Do you see how my face is like, it's like full of, what do you call that? It's like sparkling, shimmering, splendid. I'm too bright. Huh? Right? It's like, oh my goodness. Anyways, thank you, Susan. All right, and just like what Susan said, please don't forget to hit that like button, my friends. Yes, I will, Susan. Right? So that, and then, Susan, please don't feel that you're obliged to be here every time I'm live. No. No, 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 no. Okay, all of you, if only you see it and you have time, I would appreciate, you putting in a comment or so. Okay, important thing is take care of you. All right, and of course, don't forget to share not just my links, okay, not just this video, but please do make sure that you are subscribed to our beautiful community. Almost everybody in the chat has a channel, and please, this is the one you need to do. Make sure that you hit this notification bell on all of our friends' channel, not just mine, because this one would make sure that whenever they go live, especially we're a global community. I'm in Southeast Asia. I'm between 12, 13, 14 hours away from you guys. But whenever you have this, the minute you wake up, you would see that, oh, you got notified. So you might probably be able to check out our dear friends' live stream or shorts or edited video. And if you are new to the channel and you have this the first time you're seeing me, whether right now or on replay, yes, please do subscribe. I would love that. And it's a great opportunity for you guys to help us out as well. Again, not just me. Please do check out the chat as well if you are on replay, and you will see amazing crafters in different parts of the globe also doing a lot of content. So I highly suggest that you do check them out as well. Okay, by the time you read the comments, mine was way up about the roof. Exactly. So you know what? I need to check why that has been happening lately. It didn't used to be. Okay, I'm not sure if maybe I have in the for those who are doing YouTube, there is a thing in the, what do you call that? Customize, that you can delay the comments like several minutes. Maybe I have that clicked. That's why the comments come in a little bit later for me, right? So I have to check that out. Okay, so again, Mir's already asleep. At least one card, right? So, but if you're sleepy or tired, tomorrow is a work day again, Wims. It's okay. You can do 2 to 3 in one day anyways. Happy Sunday, everyone. Have a great day or night, everyone. Exactly, VJ. Okay, VJ is Vicky, my friend. So if you've been hearing me say Vicky, 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 I'm actually talking about VJ Design. She is also joining us for Stash-tember, as is Wims. So if you have, a free time, maybe, just check them out, and promise it's super worth your time. We'll be quiet so we don't wake her. YouTube has been acting up for live streams this week. Oh, really? It's not just me. All right. So again, thank you, Susan. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. Again, as you have seen, probably if you're new to the channel, oh, she isn't like, I see a little bit of imperfections, and that's everything, and a lot of it you will see on this channel, right? But one thing that I can promise you is that we love, engaging with each other. We love crafting along with each other as well. So with that, thank you so much again, my dear friends. Have a great rest of the day. It's almost noontime, right? So God bless you all. Happy crafting, and see you again tomorrow. Only if you can. Bye! Do we have audio? All right. Oh, everything is really delayed, friend. Love you too, my dear Vicky. Have a great day, Blossom. Susan, thank you so much, my dear friend. Bye, everyone.